And welcome back, everybody. Newly licensed now what? Let's do that. Let's open that up. Let's put that in there. Let's see. All right. All right. Let's get it going on. Going on. Let's tag. Let's see. Tag a few people here. Let's see who shows up. It is Terrific Tip Tuesday. Terrific Tip Tuesday. We're on Clubhouse. We are on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. We are everywhere. We are everywhere. We are rocking and rolling. Getting rocking and rolling. Hope everyone is good on this Tuesday. On this Tip Tuesday. Hey Chris, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. All right, come on up, Chris, when you're ready. Rocking and rolling. I got all my streams going. We got everybody. We'll start at 12 o'clock. Try to get in early so I could set everything up so I don't have any technical issues. Unfortunately, sometimes you do have technical issues. Let's see if that worked. All right. So today's Tip Tuesday. If you have a tip, put it in either the chat, the comments section. If you are a real estate agent and you have been in real estate for a while, fantastic. I love to have you on stage. If you are a real estate agent that doesn't have experience and isn't seasoned, that's fine also, because this is Tip Tuesday and we're here to help you to get to your next level. I love these rooms. I'm getting really good at putting these things together, making it happen. I actually did a room this morning with my mentor, Nolly Williams, the unbelievable Nolly Williams, on our healthcare. Now, did you know, for those real estate agents out there, did you know that EXP has healthcare? We have a healthcare plan. It's through Clearwater, and I did a nice video this morning, so if you don't know about EXP healthcare, go to one of my channels. You can go to my LinkedIn, you can go to my Instagram, my Facebook, my Twitter. I had all of those running this morning, and it was a great video to record, because a lot of people don't realize that as a real estate agent, you do not have health care or other benefits. So I recorded this morning. The program this morning was all about healthcare, and if you want to know more about the healthcare plan, let me know. I'll be happy to send you some information on it. It's through Clearwater, and it's exclusive to EXP. So if you don't have healthcare, you need healthcare, you're currently with a brokerage that does not have healthcare, give me a call. Happy to help you get health care that you need for your family. Let's see, invite some people to speak. Please, when you come in a room, please ping your friends and follow the Newly Licensed Now What. This is all about you. All about you. You have questions, comments, concerns, whatever they may be. If I can't answer them, I will get an answer for you. That's what this is all about. This is all about you and helping you to become better at real estate. And actually, I've had quite a few people that came in here that weren't even real estate agents, but they felt that they got some value in the room, even though they weren't real estate agents. They just happened to come in and curious about what we're doing in here, and had some really, really, really great rooms. Um, and that's what we're doing. It is not even 12 o'clock, so I'm just doing. And let me see if Marty's around. He's a great person to have in his room because he is the go-to when it comes to Facebook groups. Facebook groups. Newly licensed now what? It's Tip Tuesday. Let me see if I can text him too, see if he has time to come into our room today. And let me see, Marty. There you are, my friend. Let's see. Do you have some time to talk? Facebook groups. Facebook groups. All right, let's go back here. See who's here. Helen, did you want to come up or are you just listening today? Let me know. I'll invite you to speak if you're able to. If you're not, I understand. Let's ping some more people in here. It's pinging time. Pinging time. Oh, I'm out of ping, so let's see if my room is open for everybody. Let's share. Let's share. Let's share. Let's see who's out here. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I sent to. Let me go back up here. Oh, it was paused. Are we back? There we go. So, newly licensed now what? What do you need to know about a real estate license? What do you need to know about getting a real estate license? What do you need to know about tools to have for having a real estate license? Let me know. Do a little boost onto my all of my friends out here in Instagram world as well as Twitter world. Unfortunately, I can't run Twitter at the same time I'm running this because of I don't have another line to run because I got my tablet going, I got my Clubhouse going. Hi Joanna, welcome. So I got all these folks here, and let's see what else we got. We will let people know on LinkedIn. We got a lot of people on LinkedIn. Share the post. I'm going to share in the post. Yay, let's go. Let's go everyone. Hey Paul. Welcome. Let's see. All right. Let's see who we got in the room. Oh, hey, welcome. Welcome Michael. Welcome Jesse. Welcome guys. Come on up. Hey Michael, how are you?
I'm okay. How about yourself?
I'm fantastic. Another day in paradise, right? It's Tip Tuesday. What's
Yeah.
what's going on with you? Introduce yourself. Let us know who you are, where you're at, where we can refer you clients.
I'm in Florida, the depths of hell. So,
So, are you currently licensed or are you practicing?
no, I dabble a lot in the. I come from the construction field, but slash technology field. So I also do a lot of other things related to it. But I don't know. Just thought I was kind of curious to see what this room was exactly. But you know,
Absolutely. I appreciate you coming in the room. Yeah, I created this room, newly licensed now what, because this is what runs through people's minds when they first get licensed or even before they get licensed. They want to know what do I do next? What comes next? And I created this room a couple weeks ago, and it kind of it does create a lot of good conversations. And you're in construction. What kind of construction do you specialize in?
well, I'm kind of out of it. But I was pretty much the systems manager for a permitting, zoning, code violation company. So we had licenses with architects, construction, general contractors, engineers, etc. So we had an in-house of everything. So we did more of the administrative stuff. So we do a title lien search and basically run into an issue instead of the realtors kind of handling it because dealing with municipalities, we would handle it. We would deal with basically managing all the paperwork and all that. So because realtors sometimes don't understand how to handle a permit or an expired permit or an open permit, and they can cause even more headaches and chaos because of the municipalities and the nature that some of these governmental officials are. So we would have to kind of stronghold them per se.
It's kind of interesting you talk about permits. It's kind of interesting you talk about permits because originally when I got my real estate license, my broker and my mentor had told me never, ever go and pull permits for your clients because if something happens, you're on the hook.
Well, not just that. Sometimes, what is the saying? Good deeds is a path. What is it? A path to good deeds is led with a path to good intentions or something. I'm sorry, or something along the lines that I think understand what I'm trying to say, right? I forget
Absolutely.
the saying how you say it, but like you're doing more harm than good. Um, and realtors don't realize that. So, for an example, like the city inspector's job is to look for problems. So it doesn't matter if it's an open permit for one specific thing. Their job is to look for problems. So, for an example, if you see there was an open permit for a pool, and 20 years goes by, finally they're about to sell the house, and the realtor said, "Yeah, sure, I'll take care of this. Should be no problem." Navigating the municipality is just a nightmare alone. And then we get the city inspector coming in, and the city inspector goes, "Oh, can I take a look inside the house?" And she goes, "Oh, of course, no problem." And she goes to take a look in the house, and what do they find? The water heater controller is inside the house, and the way it was wired is set up inside the house. It was never permitted for there, and it caused a whole complexity. Basically, saying not only now they have to pass a pool inspection, but now they have to pass electrical inspection. So and then they had to spend an extra additional 15 grand or so. So hold on real quick. I'm sorry.
No problem, not a problem. Yeah, it's one of those things that just like similar to you as a real estate agent, sorry, you as a real estate agent aren't supposed to look at things like Megan's Law or things like that because of having knowledge of those things. Um, the clients your buyers and sellers are allowed to do that. However, I always talk to my wife and say, you know what, I can't look, because if I have knowledge, then I have knowledge. So there's things that as a real estate agent you're not supposed to do. Um, and I don't know how many agents actually don't. However, my original broker, when I got my license in 2004, she's like, never pull permits, never, never look at the Megan's list, never look at any of those things, because then you have knowledge. And if a lawyer could prove that you've looked at things like that, then they could throw you in, bring you into court. And California is a suit. Well, all states are sue happy. It's not just California
Yeah.
now.
Well, Florida's more like the Wild West per se, so it's kind of like do now and ask for forgiveness later. So like I said, they cause like the realtor can cause like more complications in the end, and you're supposed to kind of navigate the city inspector and the city official to look at the one job, right? Not to start looking around, or just find out very, very specifically what they need. And it's a game of like chess with the city officials, because you have to be aggressively nice, if that makes any sense. So because everybody's a priority, but you have to try to you have to put pressure on them to expedite the issues, and if they don't, then you could be sitting around for another month or two, with an open permit, and finally they clear it. So, and then you want to make sure, obviously, like when they come at a specific time. It's a nightmare here in Florida. It really is a nightmare. So.
So a lot of permits and things like that. Is it who you know? Is it networking? Is it knowing all the people that you need to know?
A mix. It really is a mix, because you got these dinosaurs at work in the city. They've been working there for 30 years, and I mean, believe it or not, their word is God's word. And so you are at the beck and call of them, 100%. And it's sad to say, but like, good luck arguing, because Betty behind the desk or Karen behind the desk, she doesn't give two shits. Good luck. So it really comes down to the end, like you have to really bend to what they ask for, but you also have to kind of put the pressure and kind of get to the point and get it done. That's the whole point. So, or for them to clear the title, because it's so old, but some of them are just they can make your life hell. So it really depends.
Now, as long as you've been doing what you're doing, you got any tips on how to deal with if you do have to deal with someone in in that area, in those um, specific departments?
I mean, it's well, see, California is so different too, and I think you guys are a little bit more methodical and organized. And you guys have many different other layers too. From what I know and I can perceive, but I know in Florida, um, you have to, you have to put in the work in order for it to get it completed, right? Because if not, it's just going to sit in, an open idle for months until they decide whenever they find it a priority. So you have to be very, very proactive, and then you have to know and understand. I mean, there's hundreds of different municipalities. Michael, thank you. And sometimes you have to be cognizant, because sometimes it might not just be. It's like a thumbprint. There's so many variables involved, so you have to kind of understand. Like, the best tip I could say is, if you're going to do it yourself, know make sure you have a GC in your back pocket. Make sure you have an engineer and architect in your back pocket. And if you want to do this yourself, and learn the municipalities literally like learn the departments, learn who to talk to, and learn how to manage projects, because that's what it really comes down to. Because if you can't figure it out, you're out. Like, you'll be waiting a month, and then somebody wants to buy that house. It's sitting idle. Good luck. You can yell at them, and guess what? It's only going to increase. They're going to make your life hell. They're going to make sure they're like, oh, okay, and they're not going to pay attention to it. So you have to be so aggressively nice, and you have to be, you have to kind of understand the departments. Like, it's not just selling. You have to understand project management. It's essentially what it is. Like, what goes where, who to talk to, who to email. It's so important to keep that in a CRM to make sure who's who, what's what do they do, what's their job, what are they specifically doing. Because sometimes when you deal with that one person, they could just tell you, like, oh, Sam, he's engineering. Go to engineering. Well, I thought this was plumbing. Well, it deals with engineering. Okay. And they'll tell you. If not, it's a maze. You figure it out yourself. So.
That's some great stuff. I had no idea about that. We have in my area we have a lot of houses that are on septic, and I know you have to have when you put an offer on septic, it's important to have it pumped and certified, and make sure that the leach line is good, and those type of things. And then you have to deal with the city with those issues if you have those issues. So kind of interesting.
Yeah, just if you don't understand it, you better have a good GC and a good architect or engineer to, like, in your back pocket to call at any time, because good luck handling on your own. Because most realtors, no offense, they're good at sales, they're good at maybe the finance, they understand how things work like that, but maybe the aesthetics. But when it comes to, like, the structure and engineering, most of them have no clue. They have no idea. So the key is to, once again, California can be different, but the key is to, if the permit is so old, to try to get them to just sign off on it and just completely say, okay, everything is fine. There's no necessary, because it's like 20 years old, open permit. So what are they going to do? There's already cracks in it. There's already things involved. Just let them sign it off, because they have other things to do. They're really busy as is. But if you really want to piss them off and, like, throw them around, blow my belt. Make sure that, like, oh, okay, well, I need to do inspection, further inspection. I need to do this one. We need, this and that. But the key is to just get them to sign off, and that's it.
Hey, question for you. On Me and my wife are thinking about doing an ADU in our house. Have you had any experience with having to deal with permits for things like that since they opened that up?
A lot of the AC companies handle it themselves. They're pretty good at it because it's such a routine. Well, here in Florida, because everywhere has AC, everywhere. So it's like kind of like a one-stop shop thing. So they're pretty efficient. But when it comes to the general contractor, sometimes you just finish and run, and then I have an open permit. But AC, most will finish from beginning to end. But just make sure that they do everything right. Make sure that they submit the permits to the right departments. Make sure that it gets inspected if it needs to be. If you're putting like a whole new AC thing, then you might have to deal with engineering. So not just electrical, but it just depends. It depends on the municipality. It's just so many variables.
How about like ADUs, like accessory dwelling units? Have you dealt with any of those?
Which ones?
ADUs, like for houses that want to put, like, say, an ADU, accessory dwelling unit, like in the backyard. Any of those type of things?
Oh, dwellings. I wouldn't say I have. We have. I don't think I've encountered that. So.
I was just curious. Since you're in that area. So how long have you been in Florida?
My whole life.
Okay. Have you? So you like to stay on the East Coast, huh?
I've lived in Cali. I've lived in a handful of different places. I lived in Cali for a year. I lived in Chicago for a little bit. Um, I lived in other places. I lived in Texas for a little bit too. But home is Florida. So.
Do you have a license? Do you have a real estate license too?
No, no. I've been I've been in property management and facility management, but I never had my real estate license. So it just never appealed to me. So unfortunately.
Yeah, what I tell people, like when they get their real estate license, the cool thing about it is you don't even have to sell real estate if you don't want to. Um, you can always refer agents across the country and get a 25% referral fee just for referring. So that's kind of a cool thing to have in your back pocket just in case you run into somebody that needs a real estate agent in another area. You just collect the
Right.
25% referral fee, which, depending on the price of the real estate transaction, could be a lot of money.
Well, here there's no inventory, none. It's and everybody's cash buying. It's such a conundrum. So, um, I mean, I don't know how some of my friends are eating. To be honest with you, because there's just literally no supply, none.
Yeah, it's a lot of what we do is we go for if you see say foreclosure or you see something that looks like they're having construction done on it, you go and knock on the door and say, hey, I'm your local realtor and I just wanted to let you know that I'm here in case, I don't know what you guys are planning on doing, um, but I just want to let you know that I'm a local realtor and if you need any assistance or have any questions, please keep my information.
You know,
And
all those tactics would work maybe a few years ago, but it's something is happening now. I can't explain it. I don't know whether if it's the banks itself or somehow there's a handful of realtors that are on the pulse of everything, and I don't get it because as much as I'm not a real estate agent, I'm not into realty, but I do know it and I understand it. I understand the industry because I'm kind of within it, and the majority of my friends are real estate agents too.
mhm.
For some odd reason, I just don't get 80% of all the real estate transactions are within, I think, 2 or 3 firms in the state of Florida. 80% of all transactions in the state of Florida. So it's crazy.
That's really interesting. I know EXP is getting a nice chunk out of Florida right now.
Who is?
I know our brokerage is getting a lot of business in Florida.
EXP?
Yeah, EXP is getting a lot of business out of Florida.
You guys do like the referral thing, right?
Yeah, we do everything. We do the commercial, we do the residential. Well, you got Uncle G that's there. You got Grant Cardone that's out there. So, I mean, he's EXP and his wife's EXP.
Right. But it's just so weird that how just homes are just gone, like literally within a day, not even a day, half a day, gone. And we thought it was just because of the pandemic, the height of the pandemic, but no, it just keeps going. And cash, just all cash. Cash, cash, cash.
Absolutely,
So,
because they come from California with their cash from all the equity that they have in their homes.
that in New York. New York, they sell their shithole for like 600,000. They buy something for 400 and just hang out. And they're like, oh, this is great. This is palm trees. You're just like, oh, go away.
So are you seeing the home values going up where the local residents or local people in Florida can't afford homes
So,
anymore because of the
so this is
fact?
the big thing. This is what really makes me upset because I'm a local. Okay, locals are rare, but I'm a local, and it pisses me off. because the value of the homes are artificially inflated, and it gives me 2008 vibes. That's how scary this is. Like homes that are appraised value for now for $300,000-$400,000 more than it was a year ago, which is insane. Like I can tell you stories about how people are just selling their house. Like used to have a place in like Delray Beach, which is part of Palm Beach County. There were Section 8 homes, and Delray Beach kind of like revitalized in the past few years. So these homes are kind of like remodeled and whatnot. And they were flippers. Had like 2 or 3 flips, right? Some of these homes. A friend of mine sold his place for $399,000 2 years ago. The person that purchased that house ended up listing it because he thought, okay, well, everybody's selling their house for like $800,000 in the same block. He said, fuck it, let me just try it. Let me give it a go, just for giggles. Went for $1.2 million. Not only did he have an offer, but he had a bidding war between 2 different people. And after the third bid, 1.5 sold. 2-bedroom, 1-bath, gone. Like what? But those are the stories that are happening here in Florida, and it's causing crazy. The cost is just gone out of from rentals to ownership. You can't buy a place. If you're a normal local, you cannot buy a place. It's like good luck. So 2008 vibes for sure.
Yeah, we have California. We have that. Except the difference in 2008 vibes is the fact that the interest rates are low, and we don't have the stated income. So, I mean, there's things that are similar, but there's also some things that aren't in place right now that were in 2008. There was a lot of, I mean, in 2008, you could see the writing on the wall. It was like in neon.
True. But the question is, does it stay this price? And if it does, that's scary. You can't. The average local can't afford. When the rates go up, they won't be able to afford anything at all. Period. So only the typical New Yorkers that sold their shithole place for $600,000-$800,000 and come down and pay cash. Those are the only people that can afford it.
Well, you're right. You're right. Michael, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Have you met Bam yet, Michael? This guy is awesome.
No. Nice to meet you, Ben.
Hey, Michael, likewise, and welcome to the room. We do a room at 11 a.m. for our 10K sponsors, and my goal is to exit that room at noon and get over to this room. It went long, and I love the tail end of your conversation, King Michael. I've been talking about the adjustment that has to occur. And I'm in full agreement with both of you all, by the way, not just trying to be in the middle. But in 2006, I actually was I was asked to be the chief technology officer for a mortgage company. And I said to the CEO of the company, I says, this wave that we see now in 2006 is not going to be sustainable. And what I said in an email, by the way, so it was documented, I said the people that have these 5-year balloons that are doing 5, they're not going to be able to pay because their income is going to go down. I was 100% correct on that. And number 2, those stated incomes. And so what we're dealing with now is very unique. There's a few people that have truckloads of money. Here's what I'm noticing in California. And let's see what you guys think about this. And then I'll share why I'm connected with Sam 661. I'm noticing some huge apartment complexes being built. Huge. Multi-use, multi-valuation. Yeah, multi-valuation. Some way very expensive, and then quote unquote, even in some opportunity zones where you can be in there for very little, including potentially Section 8. This is some crazy stuff that we're seeing. So here's my prediction today is. So many people, unfortunately, after the moratoriums fully hit the negatives and people lose their homes, those people, in my opinion, based on my crystal ball, are going to be picked up by the government. They're going to put them in one of those nice apartments, provided they can prove they can make their payments. And I think they're going to give them at least 90 days of no payment. I think they're going to potentially give them a few $1,000s to kind of help on the move. But those people who are not going to be able to stay in those homes because of many different reasons, their income went away, they did the forbearance, they tried everything they could, but now it's up. They're going to go into those properties. So they're in nice properties. I don't know if you've noticed, Sam, but a lot of the huge ones are near the rail lines here in Southern California. So that's what I see. And why am I on this stage? Why am I on it? Here's what we know. As the title states, newly licensed, what now? Or now what? That's Chris, you say it both ways. Ladies and gentlemen, we know that around 80% of first-time agents who get their license, they put in their time, they're all excited, but fact is about 80% are going to drop out within the first year. Part of the reason they're going to drop out is they can't make any money. They're trading their time for money, doing Uber, doing Lyft, doing DoorDash. The list goes on and on and on. And so Sam, go ahead, Michael.
Interesting fact. The height of the real estate market back in 2008, we had the most amount of licensed realtors in the state of Florida, right? 1.6 million. Right now, 1.8. This is the highest licensed set of realtors that we've ever been ever registered in the state of Florida today. So it's kind of like something it has to give. There's so many these other data points that go into some kind of formula to determine or predict something negative is going to happen, because this is not sustainable.
I agree. So, and thank you for those numbers too, man. I would love, Michael, to see a little bit more in your bio so I can read more about you, because you definitely know some stuff. And I would love to see on Instagrams, I get to know you a little bit better in this space. But I agree with you. There will be an adjustment. So we are hoping, actually, we have a strategic relationship we're talking about with EXP regarding the new agents so that they can have some passive income and even pay their bills while they're actually working the real estate market, so they can keep that going too. So there you have it. That's why I'm connected with Sam. How do you connect with us? You hit Sam's image at the top of the page, and that takes you into his 10K card. And we recommend that everybody in business today have a 10K card. Bottom left, you'll see joinbam.eco now. Click that, and that actually will allow you to be a member, man. What happens? $199, one time, no monthly fees. Sam earns $99.50. When you refer a business owner to follow your lead, Sam earns $49.75. You earn $99.50. We have a patent pending on our three-way revenue sharing model called the BAM Circle. We're doing something different. I'm Brian Franklin, and I approve that message, and I'm done speaking. Bam. I didn't mean to drop the mic like that. Just unmute when you're ready, Sam. So,
Yeah.
oh, there you go, Sam. Go ahead, King.
No, I was trying to make sure that I had a room set up for tomorrow, so I was in the back channel trying to fix it up, so I made sure that I had the room for tomorrow up and running. So that was me, and Bam, you're awesome. You need to meet. I was trying to ping my friend Marty. He was in here yesterday, and you guys definitely have definitely the same type of thinking when it comes to residuals income. And looks like he is busy, or the system looks like it's having some challenges today. But yeah, my crystal ball is broken, and I can't tell you what's going to happen. I can tell you, yeah, there is a lot of agents right now. Unfortunately, there are missing the the big whys in a lot of these agents in why they're doing the real estate business. Yeah, you're going to get rich quick. No, that's not going to happen. You can change lives. Absolutely, that will happen. And if you have the focus on your big why, and you also have a little bit of a philanthropy in your heart, that really makes a difference in the success of your business. And Bam, I mean, he's got the biggest heart in the world, and so does Sean 10K. And that's why they're successful in their businesses. And Anna 10K is awesome, and she gives back, and you know, I have her actually streaming on the bottom of one of my on my social media, on my streaming channel. And that's what it's all about. When you first get licensed, you know, now what? Well, you want to make money, right? Of course you want to make money. But you also want to make a difference. You want to make sure that you're giving back to your community in a way that a lot of people are not. So if you live your life with a helping heart and willing to do what you need to do to protect your clients, then you'll be fine. There are a lot of agents out there, yes. Michael, how many of those are good agents? How many of those have been trained properly? How many of those are out there just for the quick dollar? And when the quick dollar doesn't come, of course, like Bam said, they go away. So I wanted to create this room because let's start these real estate agents on the proper foot and educate them on, you know, their big why and I am statements and motivational and things that they need to know when they do run up against a wall. When somebody says no, or somebody says I know somebody, everyone knows a real estate agent. Everyone knows a real estate agent. And that being said, why do they use you as a real estate agent? Why are you the best choice for them? So that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's exciting. It's a great time of year. We're coming into the holiday season, which these houses are beautiful and they smell so good when they're on the market. And that's me in a nutshell. I give back to heroes in my community. 20% of my gross comes back to them through samsheroes.com. And, you know, Bam, I appreciate you being in the room. And ping your friends. I'm going to invite Nina there. I hope you're having a good time, Nina. And if you want to come up, great. If not, I understand. But we're here for you guys. We're here to pour into you. It's Tips Tuesday or Tuesday Tips. And love to give back to what my mentor did for me, and what my mentor that I have now does for me is just amazing. So come on up, let me know what's up, where you're at, let us know where to refer business to. We want to know about you. We want to know how we could give to you for spending the time with us here, because time is the most valuable asset, and whether you're poor or whether you're rich, you still have the same amount of time in your life, and nothing can change that. So come on up, let me know if you have questions or if you want to pour into our group here. And not only we're on this group here, I am streaming across 9 channels. I'm streaming across 9 channels. So come up, introduce yourself. Let us know where you're at, what state you're in, what you specialize in, because I save all of my recordings in perpetuity, and people go on my Facebook, they go on my YouTube, they go on my LinkedIn, they go on my Instagram, you name it, it is streaming live. So coming up, so we can send you some business to help you get to your next level. If you don't want to come up, ping your friends, bring them in a room. I usually do this room from 12 to 1:30, Monday through Friday, and I love being in these rooms with you guys and giving back. Um, if you know, if you don't talk, what I'm going to talk about right now, this is Tip Tuesday. We had a wonderful video conference with Clear Channel or Clearwater. They are our insurance company, health insurance. If you don't know, if you're an EXP and you don't know that we have health insurance, shame on you. Go to Workplace, look it up, or go to my social media. I recorded a whole thing this morning on our health insurance. If you're with a broker that does not have health insurance, let's connect. Let's get you health insurance, because we're all, one tragedy away from not being able to make a mortgage. One tragedy away because of lack of health insurance. Bam. I'm sure you could talk about that within your life's experience. Health insurance is very important, and EXP is just breaking the mold when it comes to where we're going with that. And in 5 years, I'll tell you, EXPCon was unbelievable, Bam. I wish you were there. I really wish you were there. It was absolutely unbelievable. Our goal in 5 years to be 500,000 agents, and we will make it. We will make it to that 500,000 agent. Bam, you're up.
Hey man, I'm just here to serve and support, and as you know, you've got me for an hour-ish every Tuesday. It's on my calendar. I'll do better next week, make sure I'm in at the top of the hour. And most importantly, we are here to serve and support those who come into the room. The title is so important because there's so, hey, a question for you. Well, let me finish that thought. The newly licensed, now what? That is so important, because one of the things that I like to do is deal with numbers, because numbers, as Max Holloway said, I'm going to quote Max Holloway. Max Holloway says, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. And so around 80% of all licensed agents drop out within the first year. And you know, and I know, if you don't stay your course, getting that first deal, it's going to be impossible. If you stay your course, getting that first deal is possible. So I'm just here to add support, and most importantly, my purpose in your room is to be the wind beneath your wings. Yeah, I'll ask a few questions. Yeah, I'll make a few comments periodically, but most importantly, you know and I know, Sam, the number one fastest growing real estate company in the United States of America is EXP. And then the why piece, because there may be people in the room who are not with EXP, and that's fine too. However, if you're newly licensed, now what? What are you going to do? Where are you going to hang your shingle in regards to your license? You're going to do EXP, or you're going to do someplace else? Whatever you decide is fine. But do look at EXP. I'm a cooperative economic strategist. And what that means is I look at models where one can make money doing not only one thing, but multiple things. And if you look at every person that's wealthy, I did use the word every, what you will find is multiple streams of cash flow. It's consistent around the world, actually. And so with that said, Sam, the question I have for you, how many licensed agents, if you have this number, today, how many licensed agents are there in the state of California? And you need to do a little research. That's cool. And then I would like to know how many licensed agents were there in the state of California a year ago today? Do you have that data, Sam?
I wish I did. That's something I definitely have to do some research on. Um, yeah, I would want to get that. I would want to get that, straight too, as well.
Yeah,
So,
let's bring that data next. Put that on your list for next Tuesday, because I want to talk about those numbers. I'm just curious. As you know, I can do a search, but I think that'll be a great conversation. So let's pass the mic. Do you do PTR order or do you do popcorn style regards to comments and questions?
actually, I usually do popcorn style. Whoever wants to speak. And I brought up Marty, and Natalka has been in this room for a little while. So let's start with Natalka. Ladies first, always. And Natalka, how are you?
Hi, well, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I've been in your room before. I like the topic. So I'm not particularly new. I think it's been about 4 years now licensed, but I'm always learning. And so I love to listen in on a variety of rooms, and yours definitely catches my eye. And so I'm kind of in listen mode because I'm in the middle of doing a couple things here and unloading and reloading a car. But I am in Michigan in the southeast Metro Detroit area. I am also with EXP Realty for sure. Made that switch about 2 years ago, and I'm super super happy that I did. So, but yeah, I'm here in Detroit and happy to help anybody that has any referrals coming this direction. I will take top notch care of them. So I'll be in listen mode mostly, but chime in when I can for sure.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming in the room. And bam, this is the gentleman I told you we need to introduce you to. His name is Marty, and he's got something called the Buzz. The Buzz. And Marty, take it away, brother.
Hey Sam, how you doing, buddy? So yeah, start off as basically like Sam said that it's called the Buzz. The Buzz from I teach realtors and loan officers how to use the Facebook groups to the extreme. Sorry, I was in the middle of the top and stuff up here. And just like Sam said, that he's been a Buzz team member now, I guess now for 6, 7 months, 8 months,
Yep,
using the
about
Facebook
that.
groups, using the Facebook groups to find a lot of buyers and a lot of sellers. And so for me, I started back about 7 years ago, stumbled across the Facebook groups. And as a loan officer, I used to be a realtor in the mid 90s, but didn't make it on the realtor side. But as a loan officer, I started pulling about 3 or 4 applications out of the groups pretty fast. And then figured out a way to make it 100% mobile and started pulling 8 to 10 applications out of the groups pretty much daily, every single day with no paid ads, no telephone calls. And then 3 years ago, wrote a book to help realtors and loan officers use the Facebook groups. You can check out Amazon, just type in Marty Human, and it should pull up. But yeah, if anybody ever wants to learn how to either create the groups, brand yourself by creating a personal branding group, which that's the second book I'm fixing to come out with right now. I'm actually working. That's what I was kind of working on today. And then also too, how to buy Facebook groups. I've got some of the realtors and loan officers I've been helping. They've got full control of 50 or 100 groups spread across the United States. So it don't matter what state you're in. Me personally, I got full control of groups in 44 states and multiple countries out there, about 5 million members. They'll definitely change your life, and they'll allow you to be able to quit paying for advertising. That's probably one of the most important keys. Is you can quit paying for advertising, and you can actually brand yourself in your local community about 1 billion times faster using a Facebook group, in my opinion. If you guys ever have any questions, just reach out to me anytime.
Hey, buddy, love what you're doing, man. And I love it that you target the real estate industry. One of my advisors is a retired professor of political science and Afro-ethnic studies, Dr. J. Owen Smith. Here's what Dr. Smith says. To create wealth, one must be tied to at least 2 linkages of the mainstream. The mainstream, according to Dr. Smith, includes e-commerce, real estate, and the trade. So let me expound on that. Let's talk about e-commerce. One of the richest men in the world, as you all know, is Amazon's founder, Jeff Bezos, okay? And I would love to say brilliant. And what's unique about these two guys also is they both are also into space age, because that's kind of like the new age we're moving into. But I don't want to digress into the space stuff. However, what most people don't know, Marty, is most of Amazon's money is actually passive. It's not the fulfillment centers. It's not the airplanes. It's not the 500,000 employees. It's actually their SBS, which stands for Shipped by Seller, and it's their AWS. Those two combined make more money, generally speaking, than their FBA. They're fulfilled by Amazon. The pandemic changed the FBA a lot, so the numbers might be about 50-50 today. Prior to the pandemic, most of the money was coming from the SBS and the AWS. I said all that to say this. If you are in real estate and you don't have another passive income model, matter of fact, I was on the phone with Don Hobbs, who's an ambassador for the Success Magazine, and a strong, strong relationship with Glenn Lundy of EXP, the founder of EXP. And we were talking, it's just he, myself, one of our new agents who just joined EXP, referred by their group. But bottom line, he used the phrase that we don't use the passive income because you've got to get aggressive in regards to closing a real estate deal. I says, Glenn, I love this, Don, I love that, because what we do is tapping into passive income for real, based on one of the richest men in the world, and it's very low entry point. So for us, Marty, it's $199 one time, no monthly fees. We earn our quote-unquote passive income also from the shopping money, from when people are getting our shopping commission from the affiliates that we have relationships, including Amazon. But it's one time $199, and we have a patent pending on our three-way revenue sharing, which is called the BAM Circle. 50%, 25%, 13%. So up to 88% of our money goes back to our members. So in conclusion, Marty, let's collaborate at the highest level. Let's collaborate through SAM. So here's how it's done. And by the way, when I say collaborate, by the way, SAM even has a free membership that's on the book. So here's what I want you to do, Marty. I want you to kick our tires. It's not going to cost you a dime, okay? So, Marty, here's what I want you to do so you and I can begin going down this rabbit hole. I see some amazing synergy with what you do, with what we do, and our strategic partnership in process with EXP. So, in conclusion for me, at the top of the screen, you see the Sam Silver digital business card. You click that. That takes you into Sam's 10K cards, which we have a strategic partnership with 10K. You scroll down over to the left where you see join bam.eco. Let me share about the .eco. Registered trademark, and specifically for our purposes for e-commerce. So we have a registered trademark. We have a patent pending called the BAM Circle. So we have some intellectual property tied to what we do. We're doing things that haven't ever been done before in this space. You click that. You fill out the form where it says join BAM now. Click that. That'll now take you to the form. Fill it out, Marty. Do not pay the $199. Sam has already prepaid for you. Remember, Sam, you had one that you sponsored? So here's our guy, Sam. It's Marty. Marty, fill out the form, and then let's have a deep conversation about how we can serve each other, because one, we're going to put you on the top in the rotations. Up to 10 companies get rotation at bam.eco. We are the #1 internet shopping mall collaborative. We're working in the real estate industry, especially for the newly licensed. That's why I'm here. I'm done. I'm tired of talking now. If you would, Marty, do a response live, and then we'll go from there. And I'm Brian Franklin, and I approve that message, and I'm done speaking. Bam!
Yeah, man, that's definitely a lot to take in, and I would definitely jump on a Zoom call with you sometime, maybe check it out or whatever. But I'm not big into trying to tap into different relationships or partnerships. I kind of try to do my own thing. I don't do any kind of paid advertising, and I could have sold out years ago and started doing paid ads and probably been a lot better spot in life. But I just chug along, helping one person at a time. If you guys ever need help, let me know. But we'll jump on a Zoom call sometime for sure.
Right. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for your response. But yeah, matter of fact, when we do that Zoom, we're going to actually have me, you, and Sam, because the beauty of and why EXP is considering a collaboration with us, it is totally passive, based on one of the richest men in the world. We have some intellectual property, but I'm going to stop there. So, Sam, will you guys, you and Marty, get together whenever you like? As you know, Sam, all I have is time. So, I love what you're doing, and look forward to doing at least a conversation. Then we decide what we do going forward from there. But the nice thing is, it costs you nothing. I'm Brian Franklin, and I'm done speaking. Bang.
That's pretty interesting. I forgot about that. So Marty, it's on me, brother. It's on me. So it doesn't cost you anything, brother. So um, we'll do a Zoom together or whatever, and get you set up. At least get you in the top of the circle, because I got my ad up there, and it's not going to cost you anything, brother.
Well, the cool part that I respect, and that's why I really wanted King Marty to respond live, because I respect the model that he has. I totally respect it, and so we schedule, I say, enough to 30-ish minutes so we don't just spend so much time, and just have some conversation. I want to learn more about his model too, and I think it'll be great that we have us an intelligent conversation about his model, our model, and see if there is synergy, and if there is, then we move forward. And you don't always have synergy, so maybe there isn't any synergy. And then, but we've had a great conversation. We got to know what each other's do, and hey, I'm totally open. So set that up, Sam, so that we can kick those tires and decide what we do going forward. I'm Brian Franklin, and I approve that message, and I'm done speaking. Bam.
Yeah, it's funny because Marty, I just created a coming soon listings in Los Angeles County and a coming soon listings in Ventura County in my local area for agents to go in there and to put their coming soon listings and have like a spot to do that. So that way us agents can cooperate with each other, and we of course bring some clients in there and get away from the big box, the Zillows and the Open Doors and all of those, and to get away from those by having control of our inventory through Facebook groups. And you know what? I would have never thought about doing those things unless it was for you and Anna 10K. She was talking about that the other day, and I'm like, what a great idea. And people that hadn't listened to what she said, she said she's told a lot of people, nobody's done it. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it because I'm a doer. Implementation. If you hear something, if you hear a great idea and you don't implement it, you might have just not, you shouldn't have even heard the idea, because time is money, time is valuable, and when someone speaks to you, you got to go do it. Just go do it. Just do it. Just like Nike says.
You know what, Sam? That right there was a 2-3 minute master class for any new licensed agent. Because as you know, it's the actions that people take, man. We can go into a room of, let's call it a networking event. You can get 100 business cards, and you send and follow up to all 100 people. How many actually going to respond? How many are going to actually do some collaboration with? That number is super small. How many will you hear from if you've given 100 of your cards to? It's less than 5%. And so that actions piece is so important. That's one of the reasons for those who are going to succeed in real estate, they have to be action oriented. So great share right there, Sam. That was a master class on when you get in and you're a new agent, do something. Don't just sit back and expect things to just happen without doing anything. Good job, Sam.
Absolutely. And the interesting thing is, there are a lot of professional speakers out there, and they talk about the law of attraction. And I believe in the law of attraction. However, there's a piece that's missing in the law of attraction. You can't just sit on your couch and be feeling these feelings of success you can't just do that because there has to be the law of attraction. Then there has to be the law of action rather than just the law of attraction. Because if you're just sitting there and not doing the work, then it doesn't make sense. So the law of attraction without action is pointless. And I love that rhyme. So, so, Marty,
Hey, buddy.
when's this new book, brother?
Well, if I could ever finish putting the shout outs in it, so that's what I'm working on right now, is just trying to give some shout outs to different realtors and loan officers and a few other different people. You know, a couple of investors that have used the buzz, and even some car salesmen, that kind of stuff. So just trying to do that right now, and then at that point, I've already got Christy on trying to get a book cover made for it. So finish this part right here, get the book cover made, and we'll put it on Amazon and go from there.
Yeah, I love your first book. Actually, I'm going to go back in and going to go back in and read it again because things change every day.
Yeah, you know, these it's hard to, like, I've got a master book that's called The Buzz Formula, Facebook Group Marketing for Everyone. And over the years, like, I noticed when I go back in, I work on a little bit more, things have changed so much, you know, and it's just hard to, you got to kind of outrun the changes, you know, at least for a hot minute, because you know, they've made a ton of changes over the years with these groups, and we even had a screenshot, I'll throw it on Instagram here in a few minutes, where Zuckerberg said that even now, you know, how he's kind of switching over to the Meta, but he's also not giving up on the Facebook groups. You know, he put a big post out there that said they're going to make the Facebook groups even better for the admins. A lot more changes coming to them and everything. So, you know, I teach people how to not only use the groups to be able to brand yourself and then grow a personal branding group, but also to create another income stream. You know, Bam was talking about creating different kind of income streams, and that's really a big key. You know, so with these Facebook groups, you can kind of look at it like it's a never-ending billboard for yourself. The groups don't quit growing; they just keep growing. You get to ask 3 questions to all the new members coming into the group, and you can design those questions however you want them to make sure they know who you are. And then you take it to a different level of behind the Facebook groups, to where you go from not having a Facebook group to taking my advice, and by tomorrow you might have 2 or 3 Facebook groups with 50 or 100,000 members in them. And then you use that cover photo or that billboard as a billboard. You know, you can rent it out, whatever. Just create different income streams.
That reminds me, I need to add you as my admin for the ones I just created.
Put me in, add me as a moderator instead of admin if you don't care, because I've got full control of about 300 some groups, and for me to keep track of all my groups, I'll make sure I know more than no higher than a moderator in other people's groups.
Got it, my friend. Will do.
Awesome, man. I appreciate that. And you can use my groups anytime too, Sam. I don't know if you got that groups list or not, but give it Don Marie if you don't. And any of my groups you're more than welcome to use.
Fantastic. I appreciate that, Marty.
No problem.
So we got Raleigh down
I'm
here.
gonna do a little training with some of my loan officers here in a few minutes on a Zoom, about 15 minutes. So if you guys need anything, message me anytime, Sam. I appreciate it. Always. And I'll hop back on. I don't know how long you're gonna be on here, Dave. I can come back on probably about an hour or 2.
I usually shut it down at 1:30 because I go teach my daughter how to drive.
Hey, I remember that yesterday. How's that going, by the way?
Yeah, one step at a time.
I made a mistake, and I tried to teach my daughter when she was 14, and she about put us in a ditch and then into a building, and I realized I probably shouldn't have did that, and so she kind of got scared, wouldn't let me teach her the rest of the time. It was her mom had to finish it off as she got older. But now she's 22 and still driving, so hey, it just takes time.
Absolutely, one step at a time.
That's right. All right, buddy. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you all.
Thank you, Marty. Appreciate it. God bless.
Hey, King Sam, I'm gonna do my exit. So you've got me. I'm gonna close our room. We we do at 11 on time next Tuesday. So I'll be in here at 12 on time. I call my Tuesdays Clubhouse Tuesdays. And so I got to pop into another room. So, hey, man, appreciate all that you do. I think this title is so wonderful because it is really on point. Newly licensed. Now what? Man, that's very powerful, Sam. So keep up all your great works, man. You definitely are putting in the time. And as Don Hobbs said, that they don't use the phrase passive income. You are actively in your business, doing your business, but it doesn't hurt, as Marty said, because he also agreed. Having some of that passive income is not a bad thing, and it's a good thing to help those newly licensed agents to actually get past that first year, and that's one of our goals that we have. So any questions for me before I exit them?
Hey, I got 57 new people into BAM, into action for the face mask.
Well, cool, man. I saw your numbers a couple of days ago, and your clicks were pretty decent numbers of clicks, and we want to convert. It was around 60-ish was what I saw from my memory, so you used it to 50, so I saw a few more. And here's something that's unique about that for those of you that are in the room. When those 60 people who click the link to get into BAM and become a member of BAM, that's 60 times 99.50, that's $6,000 doing virtually nothing. And so we continue to spread what we do, the uniqueness of what we do. And man, I look forward to next week at noon Pacific. I'll be here.
Alrighty, brother. I appreciate you, and have a fantastic rest of your day. And I may actually close my room a little early today and go eat something and get ready to go get my daughter.
All right, man. We give your princesses my regards. Hey, Bam said what's up. And hey, I'll see you, if not this week, or maybe next week. I definitely want to break some bread with you and just spend that time, that quality time. And I'm still into social. I call myself a social capitalist. And so I'm into rewarding those who work the hardest. Being a cooperative economic strategist that's disrupting the home-based business industry, so I do reward those who work the hardest, but I also am into sharing the wealth. That's why our model, the BAM Circle, up to 88% goes to our members, so we keep 12 minimum. It's a very unique model, and it's social capitalism. Hey, Queen Anna, appreciate you coming into the room. Anna is one of my students when I was an assistant teacher in a high school at Locke High School back in the 80s, man. So I always like seeing Anna come into the room.
Hi, Anna.
Who is your license with, Queen?
EXP, hi.
Go, girl. All right, cool. Cool stuff. Appreciate you. So, hey, keep on doing what you do. And thank you so much for all your support. And I've got to bounce into another room. So, it's Clubhouse Tuesday for me. I'm Brian Franklin, and I approve that message. If you want to connect with us, please hit Sam's link at the top of the page. Scroll down over to the left, and you will see join BAM.eco now. As you can see, Queen Anna, we are everywhere creating solutions. Every is definitely a little facetious, but that's what we do. All right, take care, King. Take care, Queens, and we'll talk to you later. Bam.
Bye, Bam.
Nice to meet you, Anna. Welcome to the room.
Nice to meet you too, Sam.
So, where are you located? Introduce yourself.
I'm located in Los Angeles, California. I am a licensed real estate with EXP Realty, helping people build generational wealth.
We're in LA. I'm in Santa Cruz.
Inglewood. So I'm LA/Inglewood. Across the street, you in Inglewood.
Okay. Yeah, I know the area. I actually have a mentee that doesn't live too far from you. Her name is Shantae.
Oh, okay, awesome. Which company you're with?
The one and only EXP, baby. Woo!
Yes. The one and only. Was you at the conference?
Absolutely, I was all over the place. Take a look at my picture. Did you recognize me with that mask?
Oh no, maybe I'm gonna follow you though.
I had the digital mask all over the
Yes,
place.
I remember. I remember. That's all you had to say. The digital mask.
Yep,
Yes.
yep. I was having a good
All right.
time.
What they talking about? So, yes, we're talking about the EXP Con. So our EXP conference was just amazing. So that's what we're over here reminiscing about.
Absolutely, the EXP Con was unbelievable. Anna, I created this room, newly licensed. Now what? Because that's what agents question themselves all the time when they get licensed. It's like, what do I do now? So Anna 10K comes in. Also, it looks like it's kind of a busy day for people today, but I've been running this room since about 12, and I actually had another room earlier today on our healthcare and EXP healthcare. And if you go to one of my streaming channels, you can go to my LinkedIn, you can go to my Instagram, you can go to my YouTube. Any of those channels has the streaming that I did this morning on healthcare, and it was my mentor group that was doing a Q&A with one of the people in the Clearwater um, healthcare. So if you want to see about what we did this morning, it actually came out really nice, and just trying to get the word out, let people know that there's healthcare out there for you. But EXP has the exclusive on the healthcare, so got to come over here, got to join us. Things are happening.
Things are happening. They have to join us.
Yep,
I'm glad you went over that because the health care that EXP have for the agents is awesome. It's amazing.
absolutely, and we have such awesome tools, and a lot of the things that the agents don't know about. Like if you go to my digital business card, there was an agent, an EXP agent, that created this lead generation system, branding system. Click on, if you go on my card, go to the link, click on your second one to the left. It says Automated Guaranteed Leads Program. Click on that, and when you have time, go through that, and it's less than $50 a month for that branded program. And an EXP agent created this. He's like a genius coder. And let me know if you want to know more. I'm getting it out there and trying to make sure that our EXPers are the ones using our products. So let me know, Anna.
Okay, that's awesome. I will definitely share the information. Huh?
I appreciate you.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
And Shimini? Did I say that right? I hope I said it right.
Shameen, her name is Shameen.
Shameen.
Hi, Shameen.
Come on up. Come and say hi. It is Tip Tuesday. What can we pour into you? Where are you? Is she in LA also?
Yes, she is. She's in LA. She's an investor. Shameen, you want to come to the stage?
I think the cat's got her tongue. So I'm having fun. Anna, all of my stuff I do in Clubhouse, I stream it also. So it's really cool to be able to show people who you are as well as the audio part. So I got on my Instagram. You have to follow me on my Instagram. It's Sam661Homes is my Instagram.
Okay, I'll follow you.
And then I'll follow you back. And
Perfect.
I'm working on building a collaborative with other agents in other areas because I live in Santa Clarita. I know people don't want to come up here and sell houses in Santa Clarita, and I don't want to go down to LA because I hate that freeway. So
Correct.
build these collaborative relationships, and it makes it so much easier for you to focus on your neighborhood that you live in and around and you know well, because all different neighborhoods have different laws and rules and specific, you know, documents that you need for each of them. Oh, I got you. I got you on Instagram.
Yes, you see me there.
I see
Yes,
you.
I'm right there with you.
I'm wearing my American flag shirt. I'm representing our soldiers. So
Yes, see, we definitely have to learn to collaborate. It
absolutely.
helps build your business, and most people don't understand that. But like what you just said, you don't want to. Some areas you can't go. You know, it's a distance.
Exactly. And sometimes it's just better to have somebody else handle those areas because they're specialists in that area. They know the codes, they know the flood zones, they know everything in those areas. So it's better to say, you know, I'll just take a 25% referral fee. You take care of this client, make sure they're happy. You know the area, you know the best places to eat, and oh, that's another thing I learned at EXPCon. You know, I'll share this. There was a gentleman, you have to look him up. Greg, Las Vegas. I don't see him in here right now. Let me look him up real quick. He is a social media guru, and I was able to pick his brain when I was up there. We went for breakfast.
Nice.
Greg.Las Vegas is
Where
his
is that Las Vegas?
is his Instagram.
Okay.
But he's also on TikTok. He's got 136 followers on TikTok. He's got 14,000 followers on his Instagram. And a lot of what he does is food places and different things in Vegas. He's a specialist in Vegas, and he just does little videos on all this different stuff in Vegas. So when you see him, it's not all real estate in your face. It is all Vegas every day. So then when it's time for real estate, you think, oh, Greg knows Vegas. And so the way he does his social media is so much different from a lot of agents out there. So I picked his brain, and you know, it was priceless what I was learning with him. So yeah, follow him and look at the stuff he's doing, and you know, rip off and duplicate. You know, we could do it in LA.
Yes.
And that's what we do. We rip off and duplicate.
Rip off and duplicate. And I used to do it a while back. I used to do that spotlight businesses. So this is confirmation to get back to it.
Yep, because also there's some really cool tools in Google. You could become a Google guide. I'm a Google guide in Santa Clarita Valley. Let me look up my standings. I think I'm like 1,000. I think I get 1,000 points right now as a Google guide. And a Google guide is basically when somebody comes into your community and they look up, like, I have pictures of me on trails, on our local trails here, talking about our local bike areas, talking about brand new police department we have out here. Let me see if I can find me local guides. I'm already started. I just need to go to there I am. Okay. See my contributions. I have about 1,200 points. I have 1,200 points. Photos, 169 photos. Reviews, 10. And it's really a cool way to contribute to your community by being a Google guide. So what you do is you take pictures in different areas that you like to go. Then don't upload them while you're at the place. What you do is you take those pictures and then you go to the properties of the pictures. Sorry about that, someone was calling me. Properties are the pictures, and you put tags in them, and you put, there are properties, you know what, I think I'm going to do a video on this, because there are properties in the pictures behind the scene that Google sees and that other browsers see, that if you change them, it helps the browsers, the search engines, to find those pictures because they're specific to the area.
Okay.
And if you go to Beth Ellen, she's got a, look her up on our workplace, Beth Ellen, BETHELLYN. Look her up. She's got a social media class that her and Jerome teach, and she talks about being a Google guide. And she's amazing at what she does. If you look up Vegas, Beth Ellen, she's was she the dog queen or animal queen, cat queen? But she's amazing. So
Okay, I will.
you'll have to look her up. So these are things that a lot of people don't know. Look up Google Guides. Look up Google Guides in your area. And see who is your Google Guides in your area and see if you can do more than what they do.
Okay.
And therefore people would see those places like down by you got Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, right? Be a Google guide for there. Take lots of pictures. Go there, take lots of pictures. And then come back and then open up your Google guide and then put the pictures in there. But make sure that when you're writing, say, a description, you pull off of Google the coordinates of Roscoe Chicken and Waffles. Then use those coordinates in your post for your Google guide.
Okay.
Which a lot of people don't know about that, but that's a little thing that you want to do to help Google find you.
I love it.
So
That's a great nugget because I missed that class at the conference. So yes, thank you.
you're welcome. Anytime I could share. It's a pleasure meeting you, Anna. Jimmy, what's going on, Jimmy?
Same here.
What's up, Sam? How are you, man? Doing things?
Hey, I gotta go drive my daughter at 1:30, but I'm fantastic right now. Out there doing my thing on Instagram. I did a little Twitter earlier today. Now I'm doing little Google guides. Just got a little bit of everything going on. Got my StreamYards going. You know, just having a good time with this social media thing. You know, sometimes you look at this stuff and you're like, oh, it's not going anywhere. But then you got to think, okay, my YouTube channel lives in perpetuity. So every time I do one of these live videos on my YouTube channel, someone's going to see me and is going to see what I do and going to see that I'm with EXP and there's going to be people that are going to say, hey, let's join Sam because he's doing all this cool stuff and can teach me how to do this cool stuff. So, you know, you just do, you just keep doing because you never know when you're going to hit that wall and be able to push it over. And success is on the other side of that wall.
Yep, you're exactly right. And a lot of people don't understand that consistency. That consistency is between that A and B. And that consistency of doing it like you just said over and over, because you're going to have those days where you're like, why the heck am I doing this? And what am I doing this for? But when, like you just said, when you hit that wall or that big hiccup or that hill, you know, trying to stay between the dance and the fear. You know, try to stay between the dance and the fear, keeping it level, and that's really when things can go your way, is when you think it's almost over and all of a sudden something happens. And you're right about the YouTube and the StreamYard and the Instagram is being consistent with it. It's showing up. I do a daily live every morning on my Facebook page. When I first started it, Sam, I thought I had lost my mind. What the heck have I got myself into? And then, you know, 2 weeks went by, then it was 2 months, and now over 200 episodes now, and it really turned out to really be good. Now people know who I am, what I do, how I can help real estate agents, and then all, you know, it was just a quick 5-minute video every day, and just like with yours and the Instagram, same thing. It's just
to consistently showing up, streaming it to different places, and you're right, people will eventually find you and go, wait a minute, you're the person I need to help me collaborate and maybe take my business to the next level. That's what it's about. Appreciate it, Sam. Thanks for the time.
Absolutely. I appreciate you coming in the room. You know, time is our most valuable asset, and I don't take it for granted. Anytime somebody's in these rooms or in Instagram or on any other streaming channels, you know, I appreciate you. I appreciate you taking the time, and I appreciate you guys that come and look at this stuff afterwards and give me likes on my Instagram and follow me and YouTube, tweet me on Twitter, whatever channel and whatever you're supposed to do in that. I appreciate you all for what you do and that you're there. And you know, authenticity is my goal. That was easy to say, right? In whatever I'm at, wherever I'm at. If somebody meets me, I want them to know, hey, you know, I'm the same person you see here. I'm the same person you see there. I'm the same patriotic Army veteran giving back to my community. I give 20% of my gross back to heroes. And I'll tell you a quick story. Reasons I do that is my twins, my daughters, who are now 16, were 211 and 215 when they were born. Each of them fit in one of my hands like a rag doll. And, you know, I could still picture the NICU. I could still picture my 10-week early daughters turning blue. And, you know, there were days that I didn't know if I was going to go out with them. Well, I didn't know if they were going to go home. So I made it my passion about 3 years ago to give back to heroes in the community because I can never, ever thank those incredible heroes enough for what they did for my children, for what they did, for being there and doing the tough love and, you know, all those things that they have to do to help your kids survive. So 20% of my gross comes back to nurses, firefighters, teachers, government, nonprofit, veterans and military, of course. And that's my big why. I wake up in the morning and, okay, what hero can I get back to today? Who is out there that doesn't know about this program that could save, you know, $5,000 just for being who they are? So that's kind of my passion and purpose. That's what I do, and that's why I do it. So that's me in a nutshell. I'm who I am. Anywhere I go, I'm who I am. So, Anthony, you've been waiting so patiently, my friend.
Hey, good afternoon. Just I found my way to the gym. I got to jump off in 5 minutes. But just listening in and taking in all your great info. Just a quick comment, though. I gotta say, one of the drawbacks of still having to wait to take my licensing exam on December 7th is that I can't act upon all of the great advice that everyone's giving out on here, whereas most people can immediately start doing, doing what they hear, acting on these great tips on Clubhouse. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Start with your phone, Anthony. Start with your phone. Start going through your phone list and organizing it. Start telling people that you're going to get licensed. I am. Start using I ams.
Yeah, now I got the red bar, so sorry about that.
I hear you.
No, but I was trying to, the point I was trying to make was, I know I ramble sometimes, but the point I was trying to make was, I think it get a little overwhelming because I hear all these great ideas, but there's so many great ideas that I think a lot of people, like myself, might get bogged down in which idea to start with first. So, and especially considering the name of your room is legally licensed now what? There's so many, I've heard thousands of, well, not thousands, but hundreds of great ideas over the last few months. Which one do you go with first, or do you just start trying everything and then whittling down to what works and what doesn't work? Or
Hey, Sam, do you care if I jump in on this one?
Go ahead, Jimmy. Go ahead.
So, The biggest thing when it comes to this, one of the things that that helped me was just doing something. Because 92% of the people out there would be in your same boat, sitting there looking at the book going, oh my gosh, I took all these notes. I went to this event, and all of a sudden I'm fired up, and this person's doing this. Just do something. Because too many of us are sitting around not doing anything, and that can be the worst mistake, is not doing anything. So picking and choosing what to do, it may be a little bit of trial and error to try something. You're going to have to fall down several times before you get up and run. So my advice would be just to try several things and see which one fits. Of course, find you a mentor for it. Find you somebody that's already going down the road you can go down, and find out how they're doing it, and that'll save you a lot of time and effort as well. These are my thoughts on Jim.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Anthony, what did you do before you started taking your real estate exams?
I had a career in sales on Wall Street for 20 years, and then also family business.
Oh, that's right. We spoke about your family business, and you were
Yeah.
a little concerned about that transitioning into real estate because of the family business.
Well, and we have a family business, and I don't want my current clients, because I'm still going to be basically doing that on the side. That's going to become my side business, but slowly weaning myself away from it. I do have customers, and if I start blasting stuff out on social media, they're going to think that we're not paying attention to. I'm not paying attention to them as I would when I was doing that all the time. And also, it's almost could become a conflict because I have a lot of customers that are HOAs, and I certainly cannot use all of the resident information that I have. It would be completely very unethical, at least in my opinion, to start calling all of these residents for people that are my clients or former clients just because I have all of their email and phone lists. So I got to be very careful.
Do you know that homeowners associations are public access? They are public access. So you already know some people at a homeowners association. You can go to their meetings. You're allowed to go to their meetings. You know why? Because we represent buyers that will go to those houses, that will buy houses in those areas. And the best realtor is the one that knows all the information about all the HOAs. And when the real estate market adjusts and when HOAs have to foreclose on some of those homes, who are they going to look at for help? They're going to look for people that they know, like, and trust. And HOAs are public access. I don't know if anybody in this room understand. HOAs are public access. So,
but what I'm saying is I have the names of all the residents, all
oh,
of their phone
okay.
numbers, all of their email addresses are not public.
No. Those things you got to be cautious about. But I'm just talking about going through the front door when they have an HOA meeting. You can go to that HOA meeting, and you can have a badge on that says you're in real estate. And as long as you're not doing something that's a conflict of interest or something that's going to affect your other business, then you should be able to do that. You should be able to go to an HOA meeting and meet the people in there and just meet them like you're just a stranger. I'm just coming to the HOA meeting because I have buyers. I work with buyers that look in these tracts for homes. So I want to be aware of what is going on in all of these homeowners associations for my buyers because I represent them. And if they come into this development, I want to be educated on what is going on in this development for my buyers.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I'm
So-
sorry, I have to jump into this call.
No problem. No problem.
But thank you so much for the info.
Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate you. And it's 1:30. I gotta rock and roll too. I will see all of you tomorrow at 12 o'clock. I may be a little bit late, but I'll take a look. I have a lunch with Title Rep at 10 o'clock. So even if I get there, I'll make it, maybe tomorrow I'll make it 12:30, so that way I make sure I make it on time. But thank you so much, Jimmy. Follow me, follow this room. Follow Marty, follow Bam. Oh my gosh, those two right there are so valuable, and they have so much knowledge on how to run a business. So I appreciate you, Jimmy. I appreciate you, Nina, even though you were quiet.
You keep being consistent, man. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate the space.
Absolutely, brother. I will see you tomorrow.
Sounds good.
I'm going to close this room. Bye, Nina. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there's another day. Hey, I got to wait back. So I'm going to finish over here and here. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you so much for watching my streams. I really appreciate all of you. If you have any questions on EXP, please call me 661-621-5340. If you have questions about our healthcare, I did a video on it this morning, so you can go to my LinkedIn, you can go to my YouTube, you can go to whatever channel you want. I'm there. So I appreciate all you, and have a fantastic day. I love all the waves. I love all the loves. Nice to meet you, Anna. And we will see you all tomorrow. Take care. Bye for now. And one more time. Bye for now. Have a great day. And feel free to share these streaming. Newly licensed now what is my Facebook group, as well as it's my Clubhouse group, as well as it's my I have a lot of rooms here. Let's see, which ones do I have open here? I have newly licensed now what? I have my Sam661 Facebook, my LinkedIn. All you have to do is look me up as Sam Silver Homes or Sam Silver Realtor, and all my other channels. So I hope you appreciate, or I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate all of you, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Take care. God bless. Bye for now.